What's up, everybody? It's your boy E.Musical, and I'm trying something new. By request of a lot of my friends, they wanted me to make rant videos on topics that I either feel strongly about or just am frankly annoyed by. And this is one of them, because I did my darnest to defend Boruto for the longest time. And I won't say I can still defend it, but I still see potential. Let's just say that. I still see potential. So much potential. But they really need to speed things up. Like, I know we're waiting for things to get serious and hit the fan, but dear lord, like, I'm running out of ways to defend them. So let's get into it. Okay, so how in the world do we get this Boruto to this Boruto smoothly and in a way that we can all enjoy? Clearly, they're gonna take their time. They have been taking their time, and it feels like they're not going to do anything else besides just take their time. And I feel like when they do decide to go to the next arc, they're doing too big of moves. So I would suggest fillers. I could already feel like the glare, and like some of y'all just like got off the channel already. That's fine, but hear me out for those who remain. Fillers is a great way to establish character development, like characters who will never get spotlight otherwise. It's a great way to answer what if questions, and it's a great way to expand your universe, or as we like to call it in writing class, world building. Now think about this. The world of Naruto / Boruto is completely bigger than what we all think. There are other villages out there, they got their own jutsu, they got their own ninja academies, like, they're huge, it's huge, and we don't expand upon that whatsoever. Like, think about it. You have all these other villages that are right next door to each other, and we don't see like the aftermath of the Great Ninja War. Like, none of these guys are like, oh well, it's because of Madara that blah 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 blah, and it's all from the Leaf Village. Like, imagine if you just had like a whole arc of like Grass Sound, Waterfall, and whoever the heck didn't get spotlight be like, oh well, this collateral damage happened and blah 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 blah, and it's all these great ninjas' faults and yada yada yada. So there's a whole arc trying to prevent another war from happening, so like some politics. And we get to see other ninja. Like, imagine when we first saw Lee, and Lee bodied Sasuke for the first time, and then we see that Gaara bodied Lee, and Gaara's from a whole different village. So not only did we explore the fact that yes, there are stronger ninja within the village that we haven't heard of until they introduced them, but there's also the fact that there's other villages out there that have really powerful shinobi as a Genin. I mean, granted, he was a Jinchuruki, but still, we have villages that have been hinted, that have been showcased in some type of scene that just lasted for a second, and we don't even get a chance to see them. And don't even get me started on Kakashi's bae. Like, bro, they need to make this canon. Like, she kind of fine though, I'm not even gonna lie. And then Hidan, did you know Hidan's headband isn't a Rain Village headband? That took me like 4 years to figure out. 4 years. We see all these ninja that are hinted and that we've seen, but we haven't had a chance to explore their villages, their culture. Everyone is different within the Naruto Boruto universe. I mean, granted, these guys kind of had their shine, but they could have done a lot better. We can go back to the Rain Village later, but still, the Sound Village probably had the most potential, and it still does, and this would be a great way to spice up Boruto. Think about it. You have the Sound Village that was vastly manipulated and developed just to be a tool of Orochimaru. Orochimaru causes a lot of them to die with his bullcrap plans and strategies to be a villain, basically, for Konoha. And like, we don't hear anything from them, not even after the war. These guys were pretty strong too. Like, think about this Genin squad right here. Yes, they were fodderized eventually, but they were willing to solo Sasuke's team. And then when Lee showed up, they were willing to solo Lee's team. And then when Shikamaru and them showed up, they were willing to freaking 3v1 that until they reconsidered it and realized they were being foolish. But their jutsu was so interesting. And just imagine that we haven't seen jutsu like that in a minute, and the concept of it fit the theme of their village. Every village has its jutsu, which is crazy. But what's really crazy is how we don't understand how most jutsu work. We have these hand seals, we know that certain ones will equal whatever, blah 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 blah. I mean, that's what Sakura said that's what Sakura and Sasuke said back when they were doing the bell exercise. I mean, the tiger sign apparently is belonging to fire style jutsu, but who teaches these kids this? Besides Sasuke being taught by his dad. But that episode where you had everyone trying to earn the bell from Kakashi, they all whipped out a jutsu, and I'm trying to figure out, when did they teach these kids this jutsu? Was it in class? Did they read about it on their own? Was it a class study? Like, there's so much stuff they haven't explained that they could, and you could use fillers. So with fillers, I feel like you can segue Boruto into a good retcon that can not just fix Boruto, but also fix the issues with Naruto. I go back to the hand signs because it was just proof of how intricate the fighting was for Naruto. That was my biggest argument for why Naruto was so much more different than Dragon Ball Z. Well, it was because it was intricate. You couldn't just scream and do whatever you wanted to. There were traps that you had to worry about, poison, hand signs that you had to perform. Nowadays, you kind of just have to be born with the right genetics, or you have to just come across the right being to bestow upon you the right powers, and then you're stronger than everybody. And, screw hard work and training or studying. They still are students. They still have to study. But nope, because kata and space-time and all this other bullcrap that they are introducing that has nothing to do with being a ninja. But I digress. The issue with both Naruto and Boruto is that the word ninja is in there and we just don't see it. It's getting too big in the wrong place. It's losing its luster as just this show that was just different. I mean, I go back to all the other villages because, one, they need to be explored. Two, they had different jutsu, different strategies. You saw this most when it came to Kakashi versus Zabuza. In that arc, you saw that Kakashi, a professional, Zabuza, a professional, both respected in the shinobi world, clashed, and they couldn't just fight however they wanted to. Every move had to be thought out. Every single thing. All the way down to when to use a jutsu. Because Zabuza knew that if he didn't take care of Kakashi fast, Kakashi would copy his jutsu. And that was just amazing to me. Just to think about the fact that, okay, you can't just do what you want. And clearly, what Kakashi said before, a ninja must see through deception. I think he says it like 3 times in seasons 1 and 2 of Naruto. But you never see that ever again for like the rest of the Naruto series or the rest of the Boruto series. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, filler, you can use filler to redefine Boruto and kind of Naruto too, back to what it meant to be a ninja anime. You can use it to explore and build worlds. It shouldn't be just about, power scaling. Not that I'm knocking power scaling, but that's what it's turning into. It's not a rock, paper, scissors thing anymore. It's not a strategy thing anymore. It's not about paying attention to detail anymore. So, Boruto is still young. You can still have a classroom setting. You could show how these kids are learning these jutsu, these formations, going over strategies, seeing the strategies applied. All of this can still be done. But I feel like that's how you can save Boruto. Turn him into a ninja again. Turn the series, including the Naruto series, in some type of way, into a ninja anime again. But until then, we're only gonna just have, Boruto. Alright, well, I hope that you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching. And if you like what I had to say, or you just never thought about it before, or you just enjoyed disagreeing with me and want to make fun of me, continue watching and subscribe even. I want to do videos about video games that I would like to save or revive, and movies that definitely need saving, so not just anime. Stay tuned.